Hey, good morning guys. My name is Adam over here at Gainesville Health and Fitness, and today I wanted to dive into a couple of really fun tactics that we can use to train the quads or the front of the thigh without putting any stress on the back. One of my favorite ways to train the quads in a really strenuous way without putting any load on the spine is to use some sort of a sled. If you don't have a sled, like a heavy sandbag would also work as well. But notice I'm using a belt here. Got the belt and it's kind of braced against the back of my pelvis, not on the low back. From here, what I can do is find sort of a quarter of a squat, so I have bent knees to start, and then I'm pushing through my heel, driving backwards. With this, obviously I could adjust the resistance of the sled. I could also try to go faster to add more intensity to this, but all we're training is extension of the knee, so we're training those quads with no compression or stress really of any kind on the spine moving up. Another one of my favorite ways to train the quads, especially in a manner that doesn't put any compression on the spine, is a movement that I'll typically refer to as a reverse Nordic curl. So with this, I'm going to start here on my knees with long hips. So I'm with a relatively tall posture here. It is worth noting with this one, if you don't have great ankle mobility, you may need to tuck the toes under. If not, and you have the mobility, you can certainly go flat feet here. It will give you more range of motion, but modify as you need to. But from here, I'm keeping that nice tall orientation, and then I'm leaning back, bending at the knee. So I've got a lot of flexion or a lot of range of motion through that joint, which is how we fire up those quads. You're gonna feel a stretch right there in the thigh. I'm gonna squeeze that stuff to pull myself back up. Lean back nice, slow, and controlled so we can milk that lengthening phase, and then again, squeeze what's being stretched to come back up. Another great way to really train the quads without adding in any kind of external loading to the spine is with a walking lunge. And I know we've all kind of done walking lunges before, but bear with me because there's a couple of little tweaks or adjustments that we can make to put some extra really good stress on that musculature without having to worry about any external loading. So when I go to do my walking lunge, I'm going to take my big step forward, almost like I was stepping over a puddle of water. I'm going to lean 97.5% of my weight into that front foot so that the only thing touching on the back foot is my big toe. So really no weights back there at all. Then as I go to stand up, I'm pushing the earth away from me and bringing that back foot with me so it's almost floating as I step up. This keeps me from pushing off with the back foot, which means the front foot now has to do a lot more work. Once again, guys, my name's Adam over here at Gainesville Health and Fitness. I hope you enjoyed these couple of movements to help you train those thighs without putting any stress on the back.